Well, hello everyone. This is a recording of the poetry on the 1990 from the 1992 first semester syllabus for the course on Survey of Western Literature 2 at Donghai University. And we will be recording from the 5th edition of Literature, An Introduction to Fiction, Poetry, and Drama, edited by X.J. Kennedy, and all the page references will be to that edition. The first section we will record is from Chapter 13, entitled Reading a Poem. And the first poem is on page 499, William Butler Yeats's The Lake Isle of Innisfree. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin build there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always, night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway, or on the pavement's gray, I hear it in the deep heart's core.
The next poem is by D.H. Lawrence, Piano, on page 502. Softly, in the dusk, a woman is singing to me, taking me back down the vista of years till I see a child sitting under the piano in the boom of the tingling strings and pressing the small poised feet of a mother who smiles as she sings. In spite of myself, the insidious mastery of song betrays me back till the heart of me weeps to belong to the old Sunday evenings at home, with winter outside and hymns in the cosy parlour, the tinkling piano our guide. So now it is vain for the singer to burst into clamour with the great black piano appassionato. The glamour of childish days is upon me. My manhood is cast down in the flood of remembrance. I weep like a child for the past.
The ballad, The Three Ravens, which is on page 775 of this anthology, will be recorded in song form at the end of this tape. Right now, we're going to go straight to page 506, Robert Frost's Out, Out. The buzzsaw snarled and rattled in the yard and made dust and dropped stove-length sticks of wood, sweet-scented stuff when the breeze drew across it. And from there those that lifted eyes could count 5 mountain ranges one behind the other, under the sunset, far into Vermont. And the saw snarled and rattled, as it ran light, or had to bear a load. And nothing happened. Day was all but done. Call it a day, I wish they might have said, to please the boy by giving him the half-hour that a boy counts so much when saved from work. His sister stood beside them in her apron to tell them supper. At the word, the saw, as if to prove saws knew what supper meant, leaped out at the boy's hand, or seemed to leap. He must have given the hand. However it was, neither refused the meeting. But the hand. The boy's first outcry was a rueful laugh, as he swung toward them holding up the hand, half in appeal, but half as if to keep the life from spilling. Then the boy saw all, since he was old enough to know, big boy, doing a man's work, though a child at heart. He saw all spoiled. Don't let him cut my hand off, the doctor, when he comes, don't let him, sister. So. But the hand was gone already. The doctor put him in the dark of either. He lay and puffed his lips out with his breath. And then the watcher at his pulse took fright. No one believed. They listened at his heart. Little, less, nothing, and that ended it. No more to build on there. And they, since they were not the one dead, turned to their affairs.
The next group is from chapter 19, Song, and the first poem is by Ben Jonson, to Celia. This will also be recorded later on in song form at the end of the tape. Drink to me only with thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine. Or leave a kiss but in the cup, and I'll not ask for wine. The thirst that from the soul doth rise doth ask a drink divine, but might I of Jove's nectar sup, I would not change for thine. I sent thee late a rosy wreath, not so much honouring thee, as giving it a hope that there it could not withered be. But thou thereon didst only breathe, and sent'st it back to me, since when it grows, and smells, I swear, not of itself, but thee.
On page 610, Richard Cory by E.A. Robinson. Whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still he fluttered pulses when he said, "Good morning," and he glittered when he walked. And he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. In fine, we thought that he was everything to make us wish that we were in his place. So on we worked, and waited for the light, and went without the meat, and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home and put a bullet through his head. The song version of Richard Cory by Paul Simon, and also the Beatles ballad, Eleanor Rigby, will be recorded at the end of this tape. Now we move to chapter 20, Sound, page 624, The Watch by Francis Cornford. I wakened on my hot, hard bed. Upon the pillow lay my head. Beneath the pillow I could hear my little watch was ticking clear. I thought the throbbing of it went like my continual discontent. I thought it said in every tick, I am so sick, so sick, so sick. Oh, death, come quick, come quick, come quick, come quick, come quick, come quick, come quick.
The next poem is by William Wordsworth, A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, also on page 624. A slumber did my spirit seal, I had no human fears. She seemed a thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. No motion has she now, no force. She neither hears nor sees, rolled round in earth's diurnal course, with rocks and stones and trees. The next poem is on page 627 by Robert Herrick, Upon Julia's Voice. So smooth, so sweet, so silvery is thy voice, as could they hear, the damned would make no noise, but listen to thee walking in thy chamber, melting melodious words to lutes of amber.
Now on page 628 by Janet Lewis, Girl Help. Mild and slow and young, she moves about the room and stirs the summer dust with her wide broom. In the warm, lofted air, soft lips together pressed, soft, wispy hair, she stops to rest, and stops to breathe amid the summer hum, the great white lilac bloom, scented with days to come.
And next, Alfred Lord Tennyson, The Splendour Falls on Castle Walls, page 629. The splendour falls on castle walls and snowy summits old in story. The long light shakes across the lakes, and the wild cataract leaps in glory. Blow, bugle, blow, set the wild echoes flying. Blow, bugle, answer echoes, dying, dying, dying. Oh hark, oh hear, how thin and clear, and thinner, clearer, farther going. Oh sweet and far, from cliff and scar, the horns of Elfland faintly blowing. Blow, let us hear the purple glens replying. Blow, bugle, answer echoes, dying, dying, dying. O love, they die in yon rich sky. They faint on hill or field or river. Our echoes roll from soul to soul and grow for ever and forever. Blow, bugle, blow, set the wild echoes flying, and answer echoes, answer, dying, dying, dying. And now, page 634, William Butler Yeats' Leader and the Swan. A sudden blow, the great wings beating still above the staggering girl, her thighs caressed by the dark webs, her nape caught in his bill, he holds her helpless breast upon his breast. How can those terrified vague fingers push the feathered glory from her loosening thighs? And how can body laid in that white rush but feel the strange heart beating where it lies? A shudder in the loins engenders there the broken wall, the burning roof and tower, and Agamemnon dead. Being so caught up, so mastered by the brute blood of the air, did she put on his knowledge with his power before the indifferent beak could let her drop?
On page 639 by A.E. Hausman, With rue my heart is laden. With rue my heart is laden, for golden friends I had, for many a rose-lipped maiden, and many a light-foot lad. By brooks too broad for leaping, the light-foot boys are laid. The rose-lipped girls are sleeping in fields where roses fade. Chapter 21, Rhythm, page 646 by Gwendolyn Brooks, We Real Cool. The pool players, 7 at the golden shovel. We real cool, we left school, we lurk late, we strike straight, we sing sin, we thin gin, we jazz June, we die soon.
And now page 654, Walter Savage Landor, On Seeing a Hair of Lucretia Borgia.